The girl was lying face down in the pebbles. The palms of her hands were so white, says the municipal worker who picked her up, he thought she was wearing gloves. She was 10 or 11 years old. 30 kilometers down the coast, a woman was later found bobbing in the water, possibly from the same wreck.
We found a woman, aged 25 to 35, in a state of decay. She was completely naked. It was an awful sight, because she even had her arms and legs, but her face was missing. There was no skin or flesh. It was just skull.
The bodies are among more than 160 found in Greek and Turkish waters this year. The island of Ikaria sits across the north winds that predominate here, so it acts as a net for bodies stirred up from the depths. Turkish fruit juices, anti-nausea pills, and the life vests that didn't save those who wore them are still on the beaches. Even in death, there are degrees of misfortune. Some dead are found, identified, and shipped home for burial. Some are listed as missing but never found. Some are found but remain unidentified, like the girl who washed up on this beach. And there are those who are never sought and never found. The sea has simply claimed them without a trace. Along the Mediterranean, people have long spoken of the drowned as being eaten by fish.
We have a serious problem with this. Many of my customers won't eat fish because of this. Other fishermen have told me the same. It's begun to be very difficult to sell fish.
These unmarked graves mark the final resting place for a young girl, 2 men in their 20s, and the woman whose only distinguishing marks were 5 gold bracelets buried with her. All that remains of these people are DNA samples that may one day tell their families what happened to them. One 10-year-old girl haunts surgeon John Tripoulas.
I'll never forget this. She was wearing a pair of pink sweatpants with a Mickey Mouse patch on the thigh. She was wearing white boots and I think a pink overcoat. And again, her facial features were not visible, had been lost to the sea.
This is all we know about one little girl who took the perilous sea crossing into Europe. She is among the unnamed dead. John Psaropoulos, Al Jazeera, Ikaria.